my name is Jaimy,
My name is Lisa.
and welcome to the Carr Chisme podcast.
Time to spill the tea.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff of the Falcon 9 and Crew Dragon. Go NASA. Go SpaceX. Godspeed.
Hello, everybody. Today we have Miss Nguyen. Miss Nguyen, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi everybody. Like Jaimy said, my name is Miss Nguyen, and I currently teach language arts at Carr Intermediate. This year, I'm teaching all 8th grade. I've actually been at Carr for, I think this is my 3rd year now, and so far I'm loving it. I've taught all grades, and I've had many kids multiple years in a row, and I'm really enjoying it. This year is a little bit unconventional, but we're making it work.
Okay, so we're going to get started with our questions. And our first question is, what has been a challenge for you for online teaching?
One of the greatest challenges and like the biggest difference that I've seen so far in my personal online teaching experience is that I miss so many of the faces that I used to get to see in class every single day. It's a good thing that most of my students are students that I've had in the past, so I can kind of visualize what they're like. But I miss those interactions. Like sometimes the students will pop in really quick, or they'll turn on their mic to like answer a question or say hello. But those interactions, like that's what makes the best part of my day, right? Getting to see their faces, being able to gauge their understanding, and that's how we communicate and we make jokes and we talk. And when the kids' screens are off, it's really hard for me to kind of get a sense of the room and see how everyone's doing. So, to those that turn on your cameras, awesome. Thank you so much. It really makes your teacher's day so much better. And I encourage you to, try it out once in a while. So, yeah, that would be the biggest change and the biggest challenge.
Okay, our second one is, what has been your favorite about online teaching?
The probably the most awesome thing about online teaching so far is that I can teach from anywhere. So I was going to school a lot the first 2 months or so of school. I was coming in almost every single day because I felt like I was most comfortable with my setup there. But sometimes, I have appointments I need to get to, and sometimes I need to stay at home and take care of my pets. And so being able to work from anywhere, my house, school, wherever, has given me so much more flexibility. I'm most thankful to be able to spend more time at home because I recently acquired a new pet, and he or she is a tortoise. And so I have like a light schedule going on, and he or she needs to be soaked in the morning just to kind of hydrate him. And I wouldn't be able to do that if I was going to work because his schedule's off from my schedule. And by the time I come home from work, he might already be hiding in his house. And so I'm actually gonna pull him out right here. This is like my little guy. His name's his or her name. It's too young to tell, but his or her name is Mustard, and it's a baby Russian tortoise. I got him or her, and it's been the joy of my online quarantine COVID experience. And so, yeah, this little guy, he's tiny. He's the size of an AirPods case, this small.
Have your students met him yet?
Actually, they have. Yeah, I think almost all of my classes, I've shown Mustard to them. I was talking it up the whole time before I actually was able to pick him up. And so they knew how excited I was about it. And they would ask me almost every single day, like, hey, is he here yet? Like, did you pick him up? And so sometimes he pees when he like gets picked up because he feels scared. So I try not to take him out too much, but yeah, they think that he's cute.
Okay, now moving on to our third question is, what is your favorite book that you have read so far?
I've read a lot of books in my time, and I it's hard to remember, but this year a book that I have read while we have been in quarantine or in lockdown has been actually Michelle Obama's autobiography. It's called Becoming by Michelle Obama. So she was our former first lady, and I know that she's a huge figure in politics and a huge figure, you know, people know her as the first lady. But from reading her book, I got a better glimpse at her personal life, her childhood, um, her journey onto becoming who she is today, you know. And it turns out, you know, she faced a lot of struggles, a lot of hardship, sometimes a lot of discrimination too, but she fought through all of that and was able to get into law school. And I think her story is so inspiring. And I feel that if some students were to pick it up, I think they would be able to relate to it pretty well.
Is she like one of your idols?
She is, and it's not just because of her politics or anything like that, but just because of who she is as a person. So politics aside, I think she is an amazing mother, an amazing, you know, a partner, and just someone who has gone through a lot in order to get to where she is today. And so constantly she is an inspiration for my everyday life and for what I do, which is to help inspire some of my students to pursue their dreams, to fight against all the hardships, you know, that they're faced with.
Well, that's pretty nice. So our second to last question is, what are your main goals that you would like to accomplish this year?
Some of my main goals is to continue reading, and I feel like sometimes during the school year or just because of my personal life, work, and whatnot, it's easy to feel tired and just feel like, you know, today I'm just going to kick back and watch TV and just zone out. And that's okay too. But now that I'm at home more, I'm not on the go as much. I want to kind of remind myself that, hey, you know, setting aside 15 or 20 minutes, it's not a lot to ask, but, you know, just 15 or 20 minutes, you know, a couple times a week, you'd be surprised at how many books you can read if you just set aside that little bit of time. And another goal that I would like to achieve is to finish my 1,000 piece puzzle that I started last week. So picked it up at Target. I haven't done a 1,000 piece puzzle in a long time. And I used to be the kind of person who would get very frustrated and get headaches or get dizzy and my neck would hurt and I would just like, oh, I don't want to do it anymore. And then I would chuck the puzzle out. But it's a really cute puzzle, and I think with the extra time on my hands, I'm not going to the gym anymore. I'm not having to spend time in traffic, like driving to or from work, that I need to finish this puzzle. So that is, I think that's my last goal. So yeah.
Okay, and then our last question is, how are you coping with the pandemic?
How I'm coping with the pandemic. I'm actually starting to write more letters. So before this, I would just kind of text my friends or, you know, just FaceTime. But now I feel like I'm getting back into the art of letter writing. And so I have bought a couple of stationery items, some papers, stamps, some nice pens, and I've actually found some pen pals from all across the United States, people who are like similar to my age or share some of my interests. And I get like 2 or 3 letters a week right now, and I've gotten to know many people that I would not have known and have learned a lot about their own experience, their personal lives, just how they're coping with COVID wherever they are in the United States. So it's nice to get a fresh perspective and to kind of get out of your bubble a little bit.
Okay, is there any type of like letters that you like to write?
The kind of letters I like to write, like I write a letter like it's a normal letter, like dear so and so, but I also like to include like cute things. And when I say cute things, I mean like little sticker sheets. I like decorating the letters. I use the stamps. I have like a huge collection of just random stationery items like washi tape, random sticker flakes that you can get at Daiso, ephemera or like little scraps of paper, or I kind of sometimes I print out puzzles or crosswords and I kind of put them in there, or I will have some extra tea bags and I just put in the letter. And so it's kind of like an experience like opening a letter. It's very exciting. I actually had a pen pal who lives in Tennessee. Yeah, I think Tennessee, in Nashville actually, and she sent me some samples of some perfumes. And so it was very nice just to kind of open them, smell them one by one, read what the scent descriptions are. So it's more than just letter writing. It's kind of like sharing an experience with somebody. So yeah.
Okay, well, those are all of our questions that we have today. And thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you, Jaimy, and thank you, Ms. Abahar and the ASB team for having me on.